Okay, so you just got your tax refund. Or maybe you're sitting there waiting for it to hit your account and you're already thinking about what you're gonna do with it. If you're anything like most people, one of two things is about to happen. Option A, you tell yourself you're going to be responsible. So you're gonna throw the whole thing at debt or a savings goal. You don't let yourself enjoy a single dollar of it. And then 3 weeks later, you're feeling totally burnt out and you've already swiped your credit card twice because you're so tired of always being responsible. Or option B, you spend the whole tax refund before you even really think about it. You make an impromptu Amazon haul, take several unplanned dinners out, maybe a little shopping trip, and then suddenly you realize that tax refund you just got is gone. And you feel kind of gross about it afterward. But what if I told you that there's a third option? What if instead of doing one extreme or the other, you just split your tax refund on purpose? That's what this whole video is about. I'm going to walk you through exactly how to divide your tax refund based on your goals right now, whether you're in debt payoff mode, you're trying to build up your savings, or you're somewhere in between. And yes, there will be fun money involved. I'm not gonna let you skip that part. If you're new here, hi, I'm Allison from Inspired Budget, and I help people just like you build realistic money habits so that you can pay off debt, save money, and feel better about your finances without shame or extremes. Before I give you the actual frameworks, I want to explain why splitting your tax refund works. Because I think when you understand the psychology behind it, you're actually going to stick to it. Here's the thing about money and self-control. They work a lot like exercise or working out. If you tell yourself that you're going to go to the gym every single day, no rest days, no breaks, just grind, 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 what happens? You burn out. You skip 1 day and then 2 days, and then suddenly it's been 3 weeks and you haven't gone at all because you made it feel like a punishment instead of something sustainable. Money is the same way. If every single dollar of your refund goes to responsible things and you never get to enjoy any of it, your brain starts to rebel. You feel deprived, and that feeling of deprivation is exactly what leads to impulse spending later. But when you give yourself a little bit of that money to enjoy, even just 10%, to spend on anything you want, you no longer feel deprived. You feel like the plan is working for you and not against you, and you are so much more likely to follow through. I know this because my husband and I literally did this for years when we were paying off debt. Every tax refund, every bonus, every random chunk of money that came in, we always gave ourselves some amount of fun money. And to be honest, part of me felt guilty about it because there was still a version of me that believed I wasn't allowed to spend money on anything fun because I was in debt, because I had money goals, because I had been irresponsible in the past. But having a small amount of fun money kept us going. It kept it from feeling like a big punishment. So that is my non-negotiable rule for you, and I'm going to say it once right now so it's clear. You should always keep at least 10% for fun. It doesn't matter where you are financially, it doesn't matter how much debt you have, 10% minimum for you to spend on whatever you want, okay? Moving on. Let's talk about the 3 main ways you can split your tax refund. I'm gonna go through each one, tell you who it's for, and give you real dollar examples so this doesn't feel abstract. The first framework is what I like to call heavy debt mode. This one is for you if paying off debt is your #1 priority right now. Like, that is your main goal. That is what you dream about. That's the thing you go to bed thinking about. You want to knock out your debt as fast as possible. The split here is 80% straight to your debt and 20% for spending. That 20% can be for anything you want. A little shopping, a nice dinner, a weekend trip. Put it towards something you've been wanting. Let's break it down with some real numbers. If your refund is $1,000, that's $800 to debt and $200 for you to spend however you want. If your refund is $2,500, that's $2,000 to debt and $500 of fun money. If your refund is $5,000, that's $4,000 to debt and $1,000 to spend. And I want you to notice something. Even at $1,000, you get $200. And I don't know about you, but to me, $200 is kind of a big deal. It's a really nice dinner. It's a spa day. That's whatever makes you happy. Don't just ignore that $200. Now, which debt should you throw that 80% at? you've basically got two options. You can send that money to your smallest balance first. This lets you pay off a smaller loan pretty fast, enjoy a quick win, and let that momentum and that win that you did something right carry you. Or you can focus on your debt with the highest interest rate first. This is the most expensive debt because that interest is going to cost you money over time. Either option is going to work. The best method is whichever one you're actually going to stick with. The second framework is honestly one of my favorites because it's addressing something I hear all the time, which is I have debt, but I also have $0 in savings, and that terrifies me. So if that's you, then this framework is the 40-40-20 split. 40% goes to debt, 40% goes to savings, whether that's a starter emergency fund or a specific savings goal, and 20% is yours to spend, no strings attached. Let's do the math again. On a $1,000 emergency fund, that would be $400 to debt, $400 to savings, and $200 for fun. On a $2,500 refund, that's $1,000 to debt, $1,000 to savings, and $500 for fun. On a $5,000 refund, that's $2,000 to debt, $2,000 to savings, and $1,000 for fun. What I love about this split is that it allows you to make progress in two areas at the same time. Because here's the thing, when you have nothing in savings and something unexpected happens, you end up putting it where? On a credit card, which means you just added to your debt. So building that savings account while you're paying down debt actually protects all of the work that you're doing. This is also a great framework if you're somewhere in the middle of your debt payoff journey and you're starting to think more about the future and you're saying, hey, I do want to put some of that money towards savings, so I have that for my future. Framework number 3 comes with an asterisk, or I don't know if I'm saying that word correctly, asterisk. Anyway, because it is pure savings mode, 100% to savings. And when I say 100% to savings, I don't mean just vaguely saving it. I mean saving it with a specific purpose in mind. And this is actually what we did this year. We saved our entire tax refund, and this is the key, we're saving it for our summer vacation. That's the goal. It has a name, it has a purpose. It's not just sitting in an account and feeling abstract. When your savings has a job, it doesn't feel like deprivation. It feels exciting. You're not missing out on spending. You're building toward something. This framework works best if you're already debt-free or you're close to it and you have a clear goal that you're working toward. You have a vacation, a house down payment, a new car, a home renovation you're working toward, something real that you can picture. I know you're already thinking, wait, didn't you just say that we need to keep at least 10% for fun? And you're right, I did. So here's how I reconcile that and how I deal with that. In our case, the vacation for our future summer, for our summer vacation, is the fun. The whole point of saving 100% of it for us is to fund something that's going to be pure enjoyment. So technically, 100% of my tax refund is fun money. It's going towards fun. It's just delayed fun. It's fun that we are going to have in a couple of months. Now we have the 3 frameworks, but how do you actually figure out which one's right for you? I want to give you 3 questions to ask yourself, and be honest with yourself when you answer them. Question 1. Do you have any high interest debt, whether it's credit cards, personal loans, anything over 10% interest? That debt is expensive to carry. If you've got balances on cards that are charging you 20, 24, 29% interest, that should feel pretty urgent. That's where framework 1 or 2 comes in. Question 2. Do you have at least a small emergency fund? Do you have even just $500 or $1,000 set aside? If your answer is no, and you also have debt, that's a strong sign that framework number 2, the 40-40-20 split, might be your best move. Because without any money in savings, without any cushion, you're literally just one car repair away from going further into debt. And question 3, what would feel genuinely exciting to you right now? I know that sounds a little bit less like a money tip and more like a therapy question, but I mean it, I do. If you're debt-free and you've got money in savings and there's a trip you've been dreaming about, save it for the trip. Intentional saving towards something that lights you up is one of the best feelings that you can have with your money. Of course, there's no wrong answer here. As long as you have a plan before the money hits, and that's the key, you need to have a plan. You're already doing better better than most people. Now, I want to talk about something that I personally think is just as important, if not more important, than the framework you pick. And that is you have to move the money fast. I'm talking the same day that your refund hits your account. Our tax refund for the year already hit our account, and the same day it arrived, the day I saw it show up in my checking account, I transferred the entire amount into our high yield savings account. Here's why. Money that sits in your checking account is money that is going to get spent. It's fair game. Something will come up. You're going to convince yourself that one purchase is fine and then another, and then before you know it, your entire refund is gone and you have absolutely nothing to show for it. So here's your action plan. Before your refund even arrives, I want you to do this. Step 1, figure out your refund amount. You can check your tax return or use the IRS Where's My Refund tool to see exactly how much you're getting. Step 2, decide on your split. Use one of the 3 frameworks we talked about, either the 80-20, the 40-40-20, or the 100%. Write it down. Seriously, write it down. Choose it and write it down. And then step 3, know exactly where each percentage is going before the money arrives. Which debt are you paying? Which savings account are you putting the money into? Have the account, have all of that information ready to go. And then step 4, the day the money hits, move that money immediately. Transfer it to savings, pay the debt, put your fund money somewhere separate if you need to, even a whole separate account so it doesn't accidentally just get spent and absorbed in your regular spending. Honestly, I think when it comes to thinking about your tax refund, the planning is the hardest part. The execution is actually really fast once you know what you're doing. Before we move on, can we please talk about where you're putting that money in savings? Because it matters. Your savings account matters. Please do not just leave it sitting in a regular savings account earning basically nothing. You want to move it to a high yield savings account. I have a whole video explaining exactly what a high yield savings account is, why it is way better than what your bank is probably offering you, and which ones I actually recommend. I'll link to it right here. Go watch it after this one. And I want to hear from you in the comments. Are you getting a refund this year? What are you planning to do with it? It really helps more people find this content. And if you're not subscribed yet, now would be a great time because we've got a lot more of this coming. Okay, I'll see you in the next one. Thanks for joining me. Bye.